What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. I'm here. You hear that noise? You hear that noise? It's really weird here, but it's awesome. It's technically 2 p.m. on a Sunday here, which is 1 a.m. on a Sunday night or Saturday night / Sunday morning back home. I know Fight Club is popping off, so I'm checking that out right now. But let me give you my early impressions of what was going on. So my flight was absolutely smooth. Like at some points throughout the flight, I forgot that I was on a plane. It was that smooth. I didn't really get any kind of sleep. I laid down for probably about a couple hours. I slept for 1 hour, and I think that it was because of a couple reasons. A is because I'm not used to sleeping at that specific time, and then B, I was so wired with regard to taking care of business and work and all of that, and so it's pretty interesting. But yep, I'm here in Tokyo, Japan, basically around the city center. I am staying here at the Ritz, so checking in at the 45th floor, but we got a little bit of time because you can't even check in until 3 p.m. So they have an attached mall, and so we're going to be walking around the attached mall. Most people seem as though they can speak some form of English or Japanese, and it's just a vibe, man. It's really nice out here. Everybody is incredibly polite so far. We didn't get a Suka card yet because it seems like the girls were more interested in trying to get over to the hotel after we got out of the airport than they were of trying to do all of the things that I've kind of sort of researched. So we'll get a Suka card later. A Suka card is basically your ability to be able to travel back and forth on trains and all of that type of stuff. And so that's largely a normal thing here, is to have a Suka card. And just looking forward to the cultural differences. It's so weird to see them, driving on the opposite side of the street. In the Dominican Republic, they was driving on the same side of the street as we were. Another thing that I've noticed here is tipping. Tipping is very, very interesting because apparently they don't really accept tips. I don't know if it's a form of being rude or disrespect or anything, but I did that research before I came here. One thing that y'all have to do is y'all have to start adapting and doing research to the places that you're going to, so that you don't look like a fish out of water. We already look like a fish out of water just because we black people here, which is cool. I don't mind that part. But you don't want to look like a fish out of water and that you're disrespecting somebody else's culture, because that can be a problem. You know what I'm saying? But it is warm here, so it was a little cool on the plane, so I brought my hoodie. And my daughter is calling me right now, but I'll answer that in a minute after I get off my live, off to this video, because she knows where I'm at and she knows that I'm recording. A couple more things that I want to point out that's interesting here. When I did the currency exchange, I did it at the airport, at the Tokyo airport. The currency exchange, I exchanged $2,100. That was the maximum. I had gave her $5,000 and she gave me the rest of it back. And so I exchanged $2,100, and that's the max, I guess, that they would accept there. I don't know if they accept more in other places. And that equated to 296,000 Japanese yen. I believe I'm saying that right. 296,000 Japanese yen. So my daughter was excited to be able to go through that. And the cars are really boxy, such as the one that's driving down the street right there. Everything is really, really boxy. Another thing that I've noticed is that all of the women are incredibly polite. I mean, incredibly polite. You can walk up to someone and ask them for directions, or, ask them, something with regard to the market that we was just in inside of this mall. And they were incredibly helpful, incredibly polite, point you in the right direction. You do still stand out like a sore thumb. So the kids, they look at you like, oh my God, it's a black person, right? And I'm just guessing that that's normal because they're not used to seeing me. What else? There was something else that I was going to mention. The money, politeness, women, hotel, time difference. Oh, Everybody is incredibly stylish here. It seems like the women carry themselves differently, and they have this very stylish, you know. I mean, even if they haven't jeans and stuff like that, they just seem like they're a little bit more put together than they are in the States. Where in the States, it's kind of just devolved to this space to where it's like anything goes. You know what I'm saying? I'm also getting used to walking on the left side instead of the right side. But in the States, it does seem like anything goes. I am very much looking forward to immersing myself in the culture. So obviously I want to go in all of the touristy spots, but I also want to go over to the temples and Disneyland and see what the difference is. Because I think earlier this year we went to Disneyland as a family. Again, for the second time down in Florida, or is that Disney World? I think it's Disneyland. So yeah, man, it's an interesting space to be in, adaptation. I am going to do these daily. I'm not sure if I'm going to do, at first I was going to do like a whole vlog, a collection of everything that I was capturing and narrated and all of that. So I don't know. It depends on how it is that I want to spend my time. I've largely sectioned off my time to where I'm not going to spend an extraordinary amount of time doing anything that I don't want to do outside of really immersing myself inside of the culture. I also want to go and see the automats, these vending machines, these automatic vending machines. I want to understand what the culture is with regard to that. They have a lot of liquor. I seen one thing, it was a Jack Daniels can. It was like Coca-Cola, it was Jack Daniels mixed with Coca-Cola. Never seen that before. And so I'm just gonna really immerse myself. I'm looking forward to it. Should be awesome. Let me go and find my daughter because she is calling me right now. And I don't know if I'm gonna do a little bit of shopping. That's another thing that I'm trying to figure out, is if I'm going to spend any money here in Tokyo. And one more thing, I'm not sure if I'm going to go outside of Tokyo, right? So most of the places that I go to, especially in the United States, what I try to do is try to immerse myself in the culture even more. But because I'm outside of the country, I'm a little bit iffy on that. So y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about that, about the possibility of going outside of my comfort zone, even outside of Tokyo, even more into the country. Yeah, why not? Skip it. Why not? Let's get to it. Let's do it. I'm with it. Let's do it. We're going to go ahead. Let me know what y'all want to see in the comments from here in Tokyo. What are you looking forward to me capturing? What do you think that I should experience and bring back to you and give you my opinion on? And more importantly, make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. It's still going to be live streaming on the Millionaire Morning Show, so tap into that in the morning. We're going to get it popping. Teach Hanley 30% off your first order plus a free gift. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you later. Peace.